unhold my stuff. Give me my money back. I didn't order stuff to be on hold. This ain't trial. Can't hold my stuff like that.
Alright. Again, this time, good luck to you, Jesus.
The story if I let you tell it.
Well, Coach, as far as home field advantages go in the playoffs, there are few places tougher on a visiting team than this one. Sold out Empower Field at Mile High in Denver. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between our visitors and the Denver Broncos. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Let's go. Number 53, Mike 53.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And some room to work. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Past the 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Tariq Cohen, 77 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be fielded at the 8. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. 45's the mic.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Hicks. And the Broncos get there and take him down. DeForest Buckner gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put them on the ground.
5, 2.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Hicks. And the pressure gets to him again. Aaron Donald. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this will be taken at the 13. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings us one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school, he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Suddenly it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. From the gun, Hicks. And this is complete. It's Allen. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's second and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. Second and 6. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. From 6 yards away as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. A give to Cohen. He heads right, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On first down, they go right back to Cohen. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here I come. 26 Mike, 26 Mike. Coming, baby, I'm coming, baby.
Jackson now. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll be 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over.
Ready?
The Charger drive about to get going. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, L.A. A big play there with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Chargers have taken the lead. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Going to give this time to the tailback. Now he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his O-line and just went.
So there's two ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Joey Bosa. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
But enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
22, jet cover. 22, jet cover. 26 Mike, 26 Mike. 26. He's not going to get me. Check. 61. Match box. Let it go.
On 3rd down, a run with Cohen. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. And they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's 4th down. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on 3rd and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good-sized run.
A really good run. But how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on 4th down. Do you really have a play you believe in? Or are you just hopeful? And you've got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? Let's go. Go, team. Spell.
To throw again. Hicks. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Definitely worth taking another deep shot here. He's already found the end zone twice here in the first half.
Yeah, go back to that same well. They've had trouble containing him, but able to contain him on that play.
Hey, wahoo! Yes, yes!
On third down, Hicks. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick.
All the way home for the Broncos score. Tariq Cohen with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Broncos have retaken the lead. He's been having a great game, and that one right there, his best run so far, and it ends with 6 points.
And not only that, in his mind, what is he thinking? Can I get to 200 yards as well? Because he knows he's closing in on it. He may not know the exact number, but the best runners have a feel of what the yardage is that they're compiling, and he knows that he's getting close to that 200-yard mark now.
The Charger drive about to get going, and on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
43's the mic. 43's the mic.
2nd and 5. For Keenan Allen, that's complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. From the gun on third down. Hicks. Hunter Henry brings it in. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Throwing on first down. Hicks. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. A gain of 6 there on first.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Bravo!
2nd and 4. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he gets it down to the 32. 7 yards there and a first down. This quarterback now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. Operating from the gun. Hicks is brought in by Jamison Crowder. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. 2nd down and inches. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. And caught by Henry. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
Hey, orbit. 43's the mic. 43's the mic. Record. 43's the mic, boy. 43. Check. 43. Let's go.
From the gun, Hicks. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
He's checking crack. Kill.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
Ready. 26 months.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. As his guys are in for 6. And the Broncos push further out in front.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach
the game? And we're back underway with the second half of this AFC. The Charger drive about to get going. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive.
And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
Check. Crunch.
Ready. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Got this case, have them on the move on first down.
Watch the block. Watch the shit. 43's the mic. 43's the mic. You ain't there.
Operating from the gun. Hicks. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Here we go.
And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Under 10. 10.
From the gun, Hicks. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
It takes another down off the series, but the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No,
not at all.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Aaron Donald giving him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them, that's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn it up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn it up. Go.
Operating from the gun. Hicks. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. DeForest Buckner able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for L.A. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they look to add to that lead.
Yeah, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. I don't even know why this team showed up. Mike.
Now Jackson going to throw again. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half.
Come on out here. Come get some. Come get the ball.
On 3rd down, Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And he takes it back to the house. It's a fumble recovery and a Charger touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will be taken short. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number one because margin for error is starting to slip away. Now it's down to a one-score game.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Quit talking about it.
Jackson. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. First down, a run with Cohen. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, as the defense rallies quickly after the nice move. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Chargers' 32-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Jackson. Going to throw right side here, complete. And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage, if he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
One quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. They try again with Cohen, and he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Tariq Cohen saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Broncos push further out in front. Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one taken just inside the 10. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, if some guy, there will be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and it's 3rd and short.
15 line. Topper! Hey, Wahoo! 43. Hard. Let's go, D. Let's go. 6'6", bullet high. Hey, Zoo. 23 is the mic. You get blocked, me. Let's go.
From the gun, Hicks. Throw left side complete. That's Riley.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands.
Check nine.
Here we go on 4th down. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Here I come. 43 is the mic, boys. 43. Check. Look at me. Zipper. Let's go. 43 is the mic. Hit it.
Operating from the gun. Hicks. And that is incomplete here.
After that incompletion, I almost get the sense that he's going to look up at the booth and kind of look at us and say, hey, you guys got any suggestions? It's been that kind of game, hasn't it? They've had him on the run throughout.
Yeah, and I get that you're trying to make a play here losing 4th quarter, but to throw when you're not set with pressure coming could have been an interception.
Very much so, and it's been that kind of game for him. They've had him on the run, had him off balance. He's got to find a way to make some big-time throws down the stretch.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. It's brought in by Harris. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Hey, Team 6.
On 4th down, Hicks. Able to find Isabella. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. He's got Allen. In the wild card game last week, he had 4 catches, and now he has his 4th catch here. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
On 1st down, Hicks. Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen there to make the grab, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point splits the uprights, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough 1st downs and make them yeet up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson, he's got his big tight end, Fant. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Jackson from the shotgun. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Joey Bosa picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Like 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 3rd down, Cohen. And some space here. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 34 yards there and a 1st down.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. They run. This is Cohen. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11.
Switch.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And some room to run now. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. Room here to run. There he goes left side. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Taking it in from 24 yards out. And the Broncos push further out in front.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Next to score, Broncos 38, Chargers 28. John Brown set to kick off.
Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be fielded at the 8. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. So now a big play coming up as the Chargers are going to go for 2.
You go tight. You got tight. Bravo. He's checking.
He's back to throw. And they're going to get the 2. It's caught. And the lead is cut to 2 here in the 4th. So 20 seconds remain. It'll come down to this. And the Broncos are able to recover, and that should just about wrap this one up. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number, kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And they have secured a spot in the conference championship, and now you can start to smell it at this point in the season, can't you?
You really can, because the focus has been one game at a time, not looking ahead. But when you get to the conference championship game and you know you're there, the Super Bowl